Welcome back to the Recipe Tales. Today we are going to do a Maharashtrian dish called Amti. It is a dal made from toovar dal, or those of you who do not know what is toovar dal, it is pigeon peas. It looks like that. Okay, and you can look at the Indian groceries. The pigeon peas are yellowish in color and they are split. All we have to do is soak it 3 to 5 hours, throw away the water, and then cook it, slow cook, or you can do Varoma cooking for 30 minutes. And once it's cooked, and this is how the dal looks, it is cooked dal, right? Make sure that the beans are really flat, well cooked. If it's not cooked, cook it longer, and I'll state it in the recipe. So shall we start? Ingredients required for Amti Maharashtrian Dal is 85 grams of toovar dal that is soaked in water and cooked. Then we need oil, 10 grams of oil, half a teaspoon of mustard powder, 5 grams of cumin seeds, half a green chilli, a pinch of Asafoetida, 8 to 10 curry leaves, 30 grams of pureed tomatoes, half a teaspoon chili powder, this is to your preference, quarter teaspoon turmeric powder, half a teaspoon Goda Masala, half a teaspoon salt, 20 grams finely fresh grated coconut, 2 teaspoon lemon juice, 1 tablespoon chopped fresh coriander leaves. Let's begin. Amti Maharashtrian Dal. So we start with heating up the oil. I've already cooked my toovar dal in advance, so I'm just going to add now about, we are very careful about how we take our dals and how much of oil, so I always make sure that I don't add more than 10 grams. So I just pour 10 grams and that's it. And I'm going to heat up the 10 grams of oil first for 2 minutes. Just like how we do it traditionally in a wok, but here we are only doing it at 120 degrees so that our oil doesn't become cancerous, carcinogenic. It's very important to have good quality oil. If you're using olive oil or any other oils that are very good quality, but these oils do not take high heat unless you're using ghee or coconut oil. So whenever you're using normal cooking oil, which I'm actually today using rice bran oil, so I'm heating up my oil at 120 degrees. Thereafter, we're going to add some spice and we're going to have a beautiful amti. Have it with rice. It tastes so good. It's comfort food. So the oil is heated now. We're going to add in our spices. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add, say, about half a teaspoon of mustard powder. Remember that in Thermomix cooking, mustard doesn't crackle, so we don't add whole seeds. I actually made it into a powder. That's just where we sort of tweak our recipes. And a quarter spoonful of jeera, that is cumin, a pinch of Asafoetida, and then I'm going to add some chilies, fresh chili that is seeded, and some curry leaves. And we're going to saute this for another 2 minutes. So the sauteing is done. And the next stage we're going to do is we're going to add our tomato puree. This tomato puree, I've made it in my Thermomix. I just crushed all my tomatoes and cooked it for 5 minutes on Varoma and then blended it. So I get a nice, lovely, smooth texture. Then I'm going to add in now my Goda Masala. We're going to add in a little bit of turmeric, a 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric. We're going to add in our chili powder and our grated coconut. We're going to add that and we're going to saute this for 3 minutes. So what a wonderful fragrance we are getting from the curry leaves and the tomato and onion that is been grated and added to it. The next portion of it is we're going to just put our cooked tur dal in. And this is going to be a little bit on the thick side, and I love this because I'm going to just have it with my rice. And here we go. I'm not using any tamarind juice or any of in the traditional Indian cooking you have kokum, that is a flour that is very sour, which I don't have it, so I'm going to just put in some lemon juice or lime juice if you have in your home, and add some salt. So this is to your taste preference, and I'm using Himalayan salt over here. And we are going to cook now for 5 minutes at 98 degrees now, so that it doesn't overflow, and we'll do it at speed 5. Now if you do it at 100 degrees, what will happen that it will start bubbling up, and if you have more dal, I've just done about 85 grams of dal that I've soaked and cooked. If you have more than that, say suppose if you put 150 or 200 grams of dal, then I would suggest that you use a Varoma dish over it rather than a measuring cup when you're boiling it. Okay, so this is a tip that I'm sharing with you. Always use a Varoma dish so that when it overflows, it flows into the Varoma dish and it gets back in. So it's nice to do a slow cooking method if you want to, or you can also cook your tur dal using Varoma steam cooking, which can take about 30 minutes, but make sure that you add more water. So because in 30 minutes a lot of water will be evaporated, but your dal will be cooked really nice and mushy. We want this dal to be mushy kind of thing, so that when you mix with the rice, it really feels nice, creamy kind of texture with the rice, it gets along. And what a beautiful color we're getting over here right now. I'm really feeling hungry. So our dal is done. Let me taste and see whether salt is enough. Wow, it is nice, really nice. So let me take it out in a serving bowl. Look at the color. Wow, it is so beautiful and so tempting. This is where I use Kashmiri chili powder. It's not spicy at all, and it gives a beautiful color, enough of turmeric to cook in it, and it's very, very appetizing. My name is Sushila Patel. This is the Recipe Tales. Recipes with a modern twist.